Hey guys, Andrew Lee here, CEO of Health Mutual Network and your admin over at the California Insurance Agents Group. And today I have a pretty cool video for you. This is a frequently asked question. What are some working activities for Medicare and health insurance agents outside of open enrollment? So during the off season, what do we have to do? Right? So I would say number one, it's going to be client engagement and outreach, right? Throughout the full year. You want to set yourself up to be in a situation where come time where this person has to enroll, they're ready to go. You've educated them, they know exactly how this all works, they know exactly what to do. Once they're in that kind of situation, that's sort of where you want to have them at, right? So if they're turning 65, you've reached out 3 months before, and again, you can do T65s all year round, and of course they pay more too. So T65s are gold for a lot of people that are working the off season. What's funny is there's people that work just the open enrollment period, which is late autumn, going into winter, and we'll just work that and then just sort of hang out the rest of the 8 months. But for people that are newer, that need the money, or people who are trying to scale an agency, or people that just know better in general, work every single day, every single month, right? So that's really gonna be the type of agents that there are. But we definitely need to do client engagement and client outreach. So again, the best way to do that is if somebody calls in, let's say for a customer service call, right? Then review their portfolio with them on that same call. You're going to want to solve their problem, obviously, and address that. And after you do a needs analysis of what you need to improve in that situation, and then you save the day and you're a problem solver, you have the right to ask, hey, I'm more than happy to help anybody else in your same situation. Who else do you know that would need my assistance with this? And they'd be like, well, Andrew, thank you so much for helping me out. I think Debbie down the street, sort of in the same situation as me, where a medical group left, and she's now freaking out because she goes to the same medical group I do. I'm happy you saved the day on getting me a specific plan. Debbie might need help. She'll be reaching out to you. Sound good, Andrew? I'll be like, yes, thank you so much. Right? So we're gonna want to always, ask for referrals, and if it's going to be a situation with T65s or whatever the SEP at the time is, whether it's FEMA or whatever the case is, then that's going to be a good opportunity to sell outside of open enrollment. Again, you can also conduct wellness workshops, right? It not just has to be some kind of a seminar. It doesn't have to be at your Cracker Barrel, your IHOP, your whatever the case is. You can conduct wellness workshops online, right? The one-to-many concept. You can do online webinars. You can do in-person workshops at your office, at a venue, just rent out a venue, and then just have a celebration for your clients or for people that want to, learn about what they have to do when they turn 65. So this is going to be good for people at 55 and up communities. So make sure you're networking with managers of these 55 and up communities, because they hold the keys to the gate, right? I mean, the closing ratio at a 55 up plus community, I mean, that's through the roof, because people are turning 65. They all talk amongst each other. You might be in a newsletter somewhere, because they're gonna have to announce that you're coming as a special guest. So there's a lot of marketing that's done for you. So I would highly, highly recommend tapping into that, and also online webinars. If you know how to run ads well, and then you have a pretty good funnel, then you have a one-to-many concept, and now you can run online webinars to help out the education part of T65s. And you never know if they're within their 3 months already, and you can already sign them up on the spot. And those are, those are the best type of leads to get if you're a Medicare agent, because if they're with you from day one, chances are they're not really going to leave you. That seniors like to sort of not change things and just sort of stay the way they are, and especially if you're a good agent, really not going to leave you. Your retention should be pretty high. So again, I would also offer individual. I would just blast out emails and say, "Hey, I'm doing one-on-one individual consultations for you if you need. If you're sort of unsure about your policy, again, to generate more activity. Again, if we're not paying for leads or anything like that, to generate some more activity in order for them to say, okay, well, yeah, let me talk to my friend because she's in the same scenario or he's in the same scenario. And then now all of a sudden you have action, you have people talking, and then you have your marketers, your clients, marketers doing your job for you, right? So always stay in contact with your clients, whether it's through email, newsletters, phone calls, automation, video chat, whatever you have to do, right? Text messages, just make sure you stay in front of your clients, especially if they're D-SNPs. The type of plans that, of course, we can sell right now are going to be your D-SNPs, your dual eligible, your C-SNP, any dual eligible policy, those that are turning 65, those that are on Medicare supplements, you can sell that throughout the year. And then also with SEPs. So right now we have a FEMA SEP in California for most carriers. So if you study all that up, there's multiple ways you can get people in. There's also qualifying life events on Cover California that you can still utilize right now. So make sure that you guys are on top of your dates. If you need help with this, let me know. Make sure you're on top of your dates so you know how you can enroll people, when you can enroll them, especially if they're in a situation where they actually need your help. Another thing is, again, build an ant farm of a referral pool, right? Just cultivate your social garden, cultivate your referral garden, right? Just do anything you can to identify potential new clients through community outreach, through local businesses, online platforms, partnering up, networking with, financial advisors, doctors, the people that you should be networking with. So just do that throughout the year. If you're not making any sales, if you don't have a constant lead flow of anything, you're doing activity. And I hate the word, I hate preaching the word activity because it just sounds so like just do it without any actionable items. But that's what I'm saying. I just listed off 5 of them, and you should do it in order for you to have quote unquote activity. So now you would want to also, catch up on working on your business, not in it, right? So if you're a business owner, you definitely want to, start implementing new marketing ideas, studying up on the new trends, the AIs, the CRMs, any funnels. You definitely want to stay on top of that. You also want to do compliance and product knowledge training. So if you're lacking in that department, you definitely want to stay on top of industry regulations, especially this year, 2024, with all the changes and whatnot. You sort of want to be in the loop about that too. You also, like I mentioned, product research. There's nothing better than perfecting a product. There's nothing better than that, because once you have that confidence, then you can market the heck out of it, and you have all the conviction in the world that this product works because you have essentially perfected it, right? If there's holes, we're always making adjustments, but we definitely want to do our product research and be on top of new products, because it could be the competitive edge from another agent explaining things better and offering more benefits because they did their own respective research, as opposed to, let's say, if that were you that didn't do research, that other agent is going to take your client. So make sure we're up to speed on research. Also, like I mentioned, that's compliance audits are going to be part of that, and also product development. So if there's a new type of insurance product or enrollment platform or anything like that make sure we're on top of that too. That's why, our group is pretty good for, just sort of saying, hey, what do I do? What kind of CRM should I use? What's been working with you? And then, everybody in all levels, in their career will have a different answer for what you're needing. But obviously, you'd want to connect with somebody that's on your same level, and trade notes with them, because the people who are higher will have a totally different answer, and somebody lower will have maybe the wrong answer. Now, also a big thing that I would suggest is marketing and business development. Guys, we're business owners. We're not just salespeople, right? We're not just, oh, let me collect your MBI number and sign you up for something. No, we're not just that. We're a full business, and you need a marketing funnel. So how do we do this? Content creation. Okay, if you have more time than money to spend right now, you have all the time in the world to make blog posts, to do podcasts, right? Interview your clients, interview the experiences seniors have, interview somebody that got their life saved because of a subsidy and that they didn't know that they qualified for, or any videos just relating to health insurance and wellness, and just something that helps, right? Anything of value is what you want to actually present, right, on your content. So that's more of a long game, but that's really gonna help out. Social media engagement, guys. I mean, I owe a lot to that, on the agent side, and also on the client side. I mean, if you're gonna engage with your followers on social media, and you're constantly active on that, they'll know who you are. Essentially, you won't even have to sell yourself on the call, because they already know who you are, right? So that's already out the window. So step one is already done. They're just getting to, hey, I already know what's going on with you. Let's get into the products that you're talking about in your videos, Andrew. Then I'd be like, yeah, let's dive right in, right? So you've already sort of built a relationship by, engagements, and it's like, hey, yeah, I've seen your post on Facebook, I've seen your video on YouTube, I've seen, whatever the case is, then that's a good sign, right? And sometimes, they'll even call in and say, hey, is this actually Andrew? Oh, I watched your video. I don't think that you'd be the one responding. I thought your video was great. I thought I'd be talking to like one of your agents or something like that. I'd be like, no, it's me, right? So you'll get that kind of experience as well too, which is nice. And also, guys, go to any events, any networking, any coffee and kits, any learning, lunch and learns, anything like that, just so you can get if you're not doing anything during the off season, you might as well get some free food and learn about something. So use your time wisely, and you can also network as well too. Marketing materials, make sure you're on top of that. Just order more flyers, or start designing a better, if you're let's say you're working D-SNPs at a SWAT meet or something like that. Make sure you're designing a better setup. More material, more freebies to give out, things like that, and anything that has to do with flyers. Shoot, I used to drop off door-to-door flyers about Cover California, saying, hey, I can help out. Any promotional services, things like that. Spend your time with that. Now, if you are saying, hey, okay, today is not a selling day, today is a customer service day, I need to catch up, an administrative day, I would say. So you'd want to do some support tasks. If you need to catch up on claims processing, if you do that, you can do that for clients. Data management, obviously, doing an audit and then finding out, who's in your book of business, who's not with the carriers. And just organizing your CRMs, if you have multiple CRMs like I do, just sort of transferring over, if one CRM is missing information, just putting that in, making sure everything is completely filled out, and you understand when you go back into that CRM what the last call was about. I mean, this is so important because this happens to everybody here. Anybody that's watching knows how this feels. So we do have, again, customer service that we have to reach out to. If we're just completely blanking out on customer service, it doesn't make us look good. Also, that's when clients just start shopping. You definitely want to double up on customer service, especially because customer service is a good lead generation tool. And again, you're doing great by your clients, and you only get better Google reviews, Yelp reviews. The world goes around, win-win, right? So I would also focus on those two. If you're if you're thinking outside the box a little bit, you can also think of. I mean, I'm not a big fan of deviating from the industry, but hey, if you're that good at something and you really nail something, then you can offer consultation services, right? So you can offer, hey, this is what I do, this is what I teach. You can, whether it's a course, whether it's a training, you can offer those. You can also write and publish books. People do that. I'm more of a blog guy, but write articles, write books, write materials that are related to the niche topic that you want to convey, right? So that's going to be, my list of things to do outside of the open enrollment period. But again, guys, right, we're in California, and ever since the pandemic, there's been a lot of SEPs, and there's been a lot of qualifying life events on Cover California. So we're not devoid of business right now. So anybody that's kicking back, anybody that's saying, "Oh, well, open enrollment just ended, and it's April right now. I already went through 3-4 months of working hard, and I'm kicking back." Take a look at this list and see if you're missing any of these, and if you are, why not work on it? If not, that's your prerogative. But I'm just here to say what can be done with your time. So I hope this video helped. I definitely want to do something more about this later on, but yeah, I'll get into it if more people ask. And make sure you follow, make sure you subscribe, make sure you like. It really helps out other agents, because I know I've been getting a lot of comments and a lot of messages saying this video really helped. And I'm not saying that to toot my own horn, but I don't think there's not too much information about this out there. So please feel free to subscribe, just so that other people can also find us and be part of our community. So yeah, I'll see you guys at the next one. God bless, and I'll talk to you guys soon. Thank you.